Good morning, dear students. How are you today? I hope that you are all healthy and fine. Today we will complete with our chapter 7, which talks about GCD and LCM to solve exercise 8, page 99. The question is, consider the two numbers. First one, x equal 2 squared times 3 cubed times 5. And y equal 2 cubed times 3 squared times 5 squared. Okay, please, we don't have to calculate directly by using our calculator. No, let's read the question well to know what's required here. Let GCD of x and y equal small d and LCM of x and y be m. So what's the question? Give the decomposition in a product of prime factors of d and m. So I have to find what's D. They told me that D is the GCD. It's the greatest common divisor. How can we find it? We have to look at the two numbers x and y to find the common factors with the smallest power. Okay? For example, here we have D 2 squared and 2 cubed. 2 is a common factor. Which of them has a smaller power? It's 2 to the power 2. Then 3 cubed and 3 square. 3 square is the smallest power here, so I have to write it here. Then I have times 5 square. Also 5 is a common factor. The one with least power is 5, since it's 5 to the power 1. So I write it down. Okay, we don't have to calculate, since they asked me they want D in a product of prime factors. Okay, these are prime factors. There's product, multiplication sign between them, and the powers are shown. Okay, now let's move to find m. M represents the LCM of x and y. It's the least common multiple. Again, how can we find it? I must multiply all the factors by each other, but the repeated factors I have to take the greater power. Again, let's say 2 squared or 2 cubed. 2 cubed has greater power, so I have to write it here down. 3 cubed or 3 squared. 3 cubed has greater power, so I write it here. 5 or 5 square, which of them has the greatest power? Definitely it's 5 square. So I'll keep it here without calculation. Okay, this is part 1. Now we have to verify that d times m equal x times y. D is 2 squared times 3 squared times 5. So let's write on the line. D times m, this is the answer of D, and the answer of m is 2 cubed times 3 cubed times 5 squared. We know from the previous lesson that when we have multiplication of same bases, I have to keep the base and add the powers. So what am I talking about? 2 squared times 2 cubed, I have to write 2 and add the powers. 2 plus 3 is 5, so I can write it 2 to the power 5. Again, 3 squared and 3 power cube, 3 cubed or 3 to the power 3, I have to write 3 and add the powers. 2 plus 3 is 5. We have 5 times 5 square. 5 is repeated 1 time and 5 is repeated 2 times, so it's 5 repeated 3 times multiplied by itself 3 times, so I have to write it times 5 to the power 3. Okay, again, there is no need to calculate and find here the final answer. Keep it as product of prime factors. Here we find d times m. Now let's find x times y. Similarly, I multiply the x here, 2 squared times 3 cubed times 5 times 2 cubed times 3 squared times 5. Okay, let's verify. They told me to verify. Okay, definitely they are equal, but we have to prove. Here we calculated d times m and find x times y. Okay, both of them as the product of prime factors. Look at them. In both answers, we have 2 to the power 5 times 3 power 5 times 5 power 3. So they are equal. I have to write d times m equal x times y. Okay, dear, that's it. Your homework is to write the solution of this exercise on your classwork copybook. Okay? Please stay home, stay safe. Thank you for your attention. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any concerning questions. Okay, bye bye.